The question is, and what we will start with is, what is your character's opinion on killing others? Oh, hard one. I want to go straight in. Now, this is not in Druskenvold. So this was before you died. Okay? Start with Emmanuel.
Okay. Killing is a necessary evil. I'll leave it at that.
Cold.
Yeah.
Thorne.
So we're saying this in the perspective of still alive, right?
Still alive, yeah.
Okay. It's not something personally that I would have to think that I would do, but if it came down to it, like a life or death situation, then I would happily do it.
Happily. Crazy. Okay, so I'm with a bunch of murderers in my party. I get that. My PCs are a bunch of cold-blooded fucking killers.
I think
Okay.
he's with a bunch of utilitarians.
Yeah, maybe actually. May.
I think she would say something like it's not just black and white of good people and bad people. So you can't say that killing is necessarily bad because, you know, there are people. Okay, you know what? You know that it's not a theory. It's like supposed to mess with your head. It's like if there's a serial killer and you kill the serial killer, doesn't make you a bad person for killing someone. But
Tonight is the night.
Took so many lives, you know.
Yeah. I mean, the
odds.
The utilitarian belief would be yes, it wouldn't be bad because it's killing this person is less evil than this person going on to kill multiple people.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes
How do
any
you know
sense.
that they're gonna continue killing people?
To be honest, the moral thing to do would be to kill the person and then kill yourself.
True, actually. I mean, this is just a whole Dexter Morgan situation, no?
Dexter
Yeah.
Morgan.
I
Yeah.
haven't fully watched it, but
You're
yeah.
just taking morals and justice into your own hands, really.
Yeah,
La Passion.
Call me Batman.
always fun. Yeah.
I am
With a bunch
justice.
of people who haven't watched it, man. GG.
Yeah, I haven't watched
Okay.
it.
But now I wanna part 2 into it. So you
Ooh.
had your before Druskenvold. Now I wanna do in Druskenvold and see how your thing has changed within your character. That's digging deeper into your backstory and digging a bit deeper into your lore. And we'll go back to front this time. So Emmanuel started, May finished, but now May's gonna start and Emmanuel's gonna finish. Here we go.
I think she might have the same views still. Because even when she was alive, obviously her backstory, her mother took the lives of people who brought her silk, silk clothes or something. So I think in this world, with all the stuff that we witness, it's still the same. Like, I don't think her opinion would change.
I like that. Thorne.
I think considering everything we've been through now and the fact that Thorne might have already killed someone unknowingly, that it's just something that we'll have to accept going on.
I like it. Emmanuel.
I will kill who I must to get what I want. And that's it.
Ooh.
That's only therapy.
I got a bunch of mysteriousism, bro. What's going on with this?
I wouldn't say mysterious, I would just say simple.
We're depressed.
Like a simple
Simple-minded.
change in morality.
Mhm.
Initially,
Yeah, but as I
it's...
said, it's not really just black and white, as in like killing people is good or bad, because different circumstances.
Yeah.
Oh, we're getting into a debate and a half now, aren't we?
I mean, you
It's
did ask,
like-
what do you think about death and killing?
That's a very.
I mean, you
big
were the one.
question.
You were the one who picked the number.
That's true, actually.
We can go for another number if you'd like. This could be what's your zodiac sign, but like, I mean, you didn't pick that one, did you?
True.
Can't even think about a birthday, Bo.
We can do another one if you would like. Pick a
Yeah, I
different.
quite
number
like
this
it.
time.
I like these. They're fun.
6, 7.
6, 7.
No.
I mean, we can do 6, 7 if you want. I mean, that is a bit brain rotted, but equally we can do another number. I do not mind. It's up to you guys.
Let's just do 6, 7, so we don't have to ever think about
Just
it
get
again
it out
after
the
this.
way, yep.
Yeah.
Get it out the way. Okay, what is your character the most envious about regarding anyone in your party?
Oh, in the party. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
We'll start
I would have-
with Emmanuel once again.
I would have multiple answers for this one because
It depends.
I have a devil perched on my shoulder who also has separate opinions of the party compared to Emmanuel's.
2 for 2 then. 2 for 2.
2 for 2. I admire many things about my my party. And I can't think of them off the top of my head. Oh, this is really, really hard. I think Thorne's determination, the ability to do what is needed when it is needed. That is what Emmanuel would be envious of. But Sai, more simplistically, she would want Amalgamation's strength and willpower. She would want that and want to use that. And that's what she would envy.
I mean, Sai equally envies the fact that Amalgamation is clearly just never here. And, like,
Yeah, she misses
not there in
him.
the head. Yeah, she
That's
misses
true.
him. I mean, that's just a vessel for complete control because there's
Yeah.
nothing up in that brain.
Oh, she would love to fucking strip that back and use that.
We'll go
Yeah.
to Thorne now. What are you most envious about with your party members?
I think I'm gonna go with Emmanuel as well. I would say his just experience in life and how much he has done before everything. Just like how wise he is and how he approaches things like situations. But then also with May, I think Thorne's a bit envious of how good she is with people and that she's a good talker, and maybe that's something that Thorne would like to learn soon,
No.
perhaps.
It's actually quite nice, getting complimented. Yeah.
Okay.
No, guys. Stop.
May just gonna be like, no, I was jealous of fucking Emmanuel's shoes for his tie. Like,
Which shoes are pretty great.
As much as May is still upset with how Emmanuel killed her crow, I will never fucking forget that.
Yeah.
I think
pretty much.
I think with what Thorne said as well, with like the just having the life experience and just like you obviously are fighting with whatever is controlling you, but like you still, or maybe I guess because of what is controlling you, want to do good,
Yeah.
and like you want to, I guess, get justice for your family. I think she finds that very, like, she's very envious about that, but she also finds it very admirable.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
You're
guys. Oh my god.
Who knows?
We're just
Of
getting
course.
a compliment day.
Of course, Malcolm would also be envious of me because, I'm so amazing in that.
You're the goat, yep.
I am the
Has to
goat.
be. Has to be. Malcolm is clearly so jealous of a guy that's
Doesn't even want to be here.
by a demon.
Mm-hmm.
That's true, yeah.
But if anyone remembers where we left last session, do you have any remembrance of what happened?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
plenty. Where do I even
Yeah,
start?
sadly.
Like, gosh.
Everything went to shit
Yep.
very, very quickly.
So I think we start with Emmanuel. You ran off
Yes.
from upstairs after noticing that son on daughter moment before the windmill collapsed. Now, Owen, I need you to roll privately to me
Mm-hmm.
a, let's say, athletics check. Send me a DM on what that number is. Oh, I do not have a poker face in the slightest.
Oh, me neither.
So, Emmanuel, when this whole building is collapsing, you notice things start to drop and hit the sides of the windmill, kind of gaping holes in the wood, splintering. You hear that crackling sound and heavy thudding as stuff hits the floor. And as you're going to take your last step down the last flight of stairs, your foot sinks into one of these holes and you kind of trip forward, kind of tumbling all the way down the stairs before a massive kind of, I would say, support beam lands on your chest. This is a smeltering hot support beam. You can feel each individual nail, some of them kind of splintering straight into your shoulder, kind of piercing your skin, kind of when I'll say, you know, when Jesus was crucified onto the cross, kind of having his arms having nails through them and things like that. That's kind of your skin in a way, kind of this wooden pillar. Like, I'm trying to remember the word, but impaling you in a way with some wooden nails in your thighs and your shoulder, kind of strapping you and grappling you onto this wooden floor. But as you are chucked down, all of this gasp of air going out of your chest, like immediately kind of that type of thing. You notice May and Thorne and Jonah all spam and hit the floor, kind of, I'd say, 2-3 in front of you, and Lockheart appears on the map.
I rolled a 2.
I could have
You rolled a
guessed.
2.
Yeah. Didn't sound great, but
What a surprise!
If it was acrobatics, I would have been fucking fine.
I'm going to roll a number. I'm going to send you said number. We are not going to tell the other two how much damage it is.
Okay.
Let's poker face on.
Okay, what is your current HP?
My current HP... Oh, 11.
Okay. I didn't roll that to myself by accident,
Oh, I didn't see it.
but
That's
oh, okay, yeah, that's
we can redo that, and I'll roll it to myself this time. How about that?
Oh.
well,
Fine.
mine.
Okay, Owen. You got lucky.
Is that the amount of damage then?
Yep.
Cool.
So, as you guys hit the floor, Thorne, you falling from the top, noticing May kind of slam into the floor as well. I understand both of you are on death saving throws. With Jonah kind of led out next to you, kind of slumped on his daughter, not moving, kind of motionless. We are going to get onto the not fun part. These wooden pillars, heavy things, kind of metallic like, where you see the etchings of the support beams have kind of been onto the front, holding this massive fan out on the front up and making sure that the kind of mechanics are working within each other, kind of laying on top of you, splintering into your shoulders for both of you as it kind of sinks deeper and deeper, as it's set ablaze, kind of cinders prickling down it in a way, kind of burning and flickering onto the whole room. The kind of weight of this room is very heavy. You are on the bottom floor of this whole place with all of the weight kind of just slammed on top of you. And Thorne, we will do you first. I need you to roll privately a d20.
Okay.
And then send me the result. You're going to roll 2 of them, though,
2? Okay.
with disadvantage.
Okay.
It was that disadvantage or advantage?
Yes, disadvantage.
I sent you both of them. I think you should get it.
Yes, I see them.
Okay.
Thorne, the last intact sensation you remember of Foxwillow kind of is the heat. Not the kind that warms, not the kind that flickers comfortingly in heat hearths or like lanterns, but the kind that feels predatory, an animal hunger disguised as warmth. Kind of a creeping swell, blistering air that presses itself against your skin like it's a mouth inhaling. Every breath you take tastes sharper in the back of your throat until each swallow is thick and painful. And we will move on to May. May, I'm going to need you to do the exact same for me. Roll twice, but with disadvantage.
I do
It
have
has-
a modifier though.
Yeah, that's fine. You can add the modifier.
It has just suddenly gotten like really, really cold in my room, and I don't think that's because of the temperature, but because of
It's the ghost of
What?
Thorne and May.
the guy's not dead
soon.
yet. He's not dead yet.
Okay, I will just say this.
Don't say the number
Let
out
me-
loud. Just
No,
DM.
I'm gonna screenshot like the bonus to you.
That's fine. Oh yeah, I forgot you changed all of this.
Yeah, because I got to level 4. Okay. Okay. Okay.
I mean, you can use it. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, you need to roll it again
Oh.
because it's with disadvantage.
Okay.
Oh, you're the same thing. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's fine. So kind of as all of this weight is pursued upon you, that breath of kind of last bit of air, blood spitting out from your throat, kind of all along the floor. You see Jonah on the floor, Emmanuel kind of struggling under the support beam. Thorne kind of looks like they're giving up in a way. You see the light in their eyes kind of start to fade away in a little bit, and the door kind of creaked open, not fully open, amalgamation just not being here, and the shouts and screams of people from outside is getting louder and louder for you. As we move to Lockhart, I need you to roll again for me, twice with disadvantage plus your bonus, and send me the result.
Okay. Wait, what is the bonus again?
It should be your conch plus.
Okay,
I would double check though. Hang on,
cool.
because I just want to make sure I'm getting it right. That is a very much mood change.
Yeah, guys.
Is it conk?
I don't actually think you get a plus on these. I think Edina just gets it because of the thing she used. So
Oh, that makes things really fun.
yeah.
Oh, I would ignore the again.
I'm just double checking. Yeah, you don't get a proficiency modifier.
Okay.
Oh Jesus. That's bad. Lockhart, as you try to push this supportive beam off you, you try to grasp a bit of your strength, and as you push it up and up, you try to get your fingernails under it digging into them, kind of blood splintering and splinters going into your skin. You kind of see them go underneath it, kind of blood extruding from them. You can feel the pain, kind of that screaming agony of actually trying to fight for your life as you push it up and let it drop, as it lands on your neck, kind of crushing your windpipe a little bit, your air kind of extruding out, and it's not looking good for you, boss.
The music just cut out.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I heard it. Thorne! It's my Discord fucking it. But we will move to Thorne. You know what you need to do? Roll twice. Disadvantage. Yeah, Owen's not having a good day at all.
Yeah. But I'm not on death saves because I've still got health.
Yeah, yeah.
Just double checking.
I literally just remembered that you weren't on death saving. You should have died on that turn then and gone on to death saving.
Yeah. Do you want me to go on to...
Yeah, yes please, if you could.
Okay.
Jasmin, you're on mute.
Fuck! Did you get it?
No, I'll check now.
Yeah.
Shit.
Okay. Thorne. The timbers of the windmill don't merely groan. They shudder. With a long, low escalation that kind of vibrates through your bones. As though the structure itself is aware of its own death and is trying to warn you in the only language it remembers. Beneath your feet, the boards thrum with a slow buckling tension of wood that has endured too much heat for too long. A kind of strained, desperate rigidity that feels like it's holding itself together solely out of fear of what will happen when it stops. Then it stops. Not gradually, not predictably, not like anything built by hands and nail care. It halts the way a heart stops when struck with a sudden shock, a moment of unnatural stillness which in every sound is vacuumed out of existence. In that silence, a thin membrane of time that feels stretched as tight as the skin of a drum, you sense a shift. Something deep. Something absolute. Something inevitable. The floor shudders. It doesn't fall apart so much as it collapses inward with a single catastrophic realization of its own weakness that beams around you split. With the sound of teeth cracking under force, a heavy timber slams into your right shoulder, its edge sharp enough to drive a flare of bright, hot pain down your arm. The boards beneath you buckle, tilt, drag, and then plummet. For a single heartbeat, you are weightless, suspended between the burning world above and the crushing dark below. Before the debris swallows you whole in a cascade of splintered wood and churning dust. Something hits your ribs. Another piece crashes against your thigh. Air escapes your lungs in a crushed whimper that never fully forms. The world spins, blurs, convulses, and then everything goes still. But it's not the stillness of safety. It's the stillness of a breath held too long. Your vision flickers. Dim shapes twist at edges of your sight, like dying embers curling into ash. The haze of smoke dissolves, not fully, not instantly, but with the slow decaying drift of something being peeled back from around you. The burning rafters fade. The firelight dims into something a bit colder. The collapse of the windmill recedes like a memory drawn away from invisible hands. And beneath you, the ground starts to reshape. I'm going to change the music quickly. Apologies, wrong one. There we go. It does not emerge with the clean suddenness of magic. It unfolds the way an infection spreads quietly, purposefully, without asking of your permission. The dirt beneath your palms cracks like open parched skin. Thin fissures spiderweb outward in frantic jagged patterns, each line widening until the ground buckles into curling plates of dry, brittle soil. When you exhale with all of your capabilities, dust lifts from the fractures in soft, powdery plumes, rising with an almost eager liveliness that makes the air shimmer with ghostly movement. You inhale and instantly regret it. The air is thick in a way that feels wrong, humid with an oppressive weight that clings to your tongue, like the aftertaste of an old iron. Each breath trickles down into your lungs with a sick, warm heaviness, as though whatever you're breathing has already been breathed by someone else. Something that resents giving it up. The scent is faintly sweet, faintly rotten, faintly metallic, drifting on a slow-moving current that reminds you disturbingly of escalations too close to your face. Above you, the sky descends. Not clouds, not darkness, but a bruised, swollen dome of murky purples and a sickly yellow pressed low enough that it feels like the atmosphere itself is sagging under some unseen weight. It doesn't glow, it doesn't dim, it simply looms, a ceiling too close, a lid on a jar that has been sealed too long. From the trembling sky spills crows, black shapes peeling away from the clouds like scabs falling off a wound. They circle, dozens, scores, a full murder, spiraling tighter, fusing into one horrible silhouette in the shape of a single colossal bird. It blots out the dying sun with its wings, made of 1,000 smaller wings. The corn rises next. Not with a gentle sway. Growing things, but with the rigid, unnatural straightness of something being assembled by unseen hands. Stalks shove upward from the cracked earth like bones through tight skin, long pale at first, but before their color seeps in, they jaunt-sized, gold-tainted with streaks of grey-green rot. The leaves unfurl like damp paper edges, frayed. Surface slick with condensation that smells faintly of mold. Short inward, bowing as though trying to catch your breath on its dry, whispering surfaces. You stand slowly, unsteadily, and the corn leans closer. Thorne, I'm going to need you to give me a perception check.
Okay.
The scarecrow has been put to action.
It's nat 20.
Ooh, nat 20!
Oh, we're rolling good again.
It started again! Let's go. No, it's not a good thing, though.
No, probably not.
Thorne, every leaf pivots towards you in tiny rustling shifts, as though crackling the sound of your pulse. And your pulse, Thorne, it's become a pounding, resonant drumbeat, pushing against the walls of your skull with a pressure that almost feels tangible. You can hear it behind your eyes. You can feel it tickling in your throat, in your fingertips, in your ribs. The field hears it too. The very air hums with the rhythm of your heartbeat, absorbing it, echoing it back at you in a dull, throbbing vibration that makes the skin on your arms rise in clusters of cold prickles. I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. It's a 19 plus 2, so 21.
Nice. Give me another perception check as well.
Another one, okay. That's a 15.
Okay. It is into this suffocating listening, quiet, that you see him. Far ahead, hunched on the weather-beaten fence post that slouches into leaning rows, a figure waits. Tall, too tall. Thin, the way things that do not use their limbs for life, but for imitation. Burlap stretched taut across a frame of sticks and straws, the fabric sagging in places where the stuffing underneath has settled unevenly, giving the impression of a swollen belly and starved limbs all at once. His coat is torn, hanging in ragged strips, as though something clawed at it again and again. Never satisfied. Thorne, what do you do?
Where am I right now, currently?
You are in a field. That's all I'm going to give you.
Just in a field, and I'm looking at this thing. Can I sort of inspect it? Does it look familiar to me at all?
Give me a investigation check, but with advantage.
With advantage, okay.
To Owen's look when I said advantage, just like, nah, this shit's not good.
Not fair.
It's a 7.
Okay. As you get closer, Thorne, you take your steps, noticing hundreds, dozens more scarecrows by its side, kind of tied up against fence posts. This is enough of them for your lifetime. This is something that you would have known is physically impossible of too many when you were alive. His head droops forward on a length of rope looped around the post, a noose around his neck. The sackcloth mask is stitched into the semblance of a smile, wide, warped, drawn upward at the corners in a painfully stained arc that suggests neither joy nor menace, but something far more disturbing. Hope attempting to camouflage despair. Thread crosses the burlap in tight, uneven crisscrosses, some pulled so tight that the fabric puckers around them, others loose enough to dangle like snapped sinew. The wind, if it can be called that here, moves in slow, wheezing sighs, barely enough to stir the hanging threads. And yet, as you blink against the dryness crawling at your eyes, his head twitches. A suddenly involuntary jerk, as though an unseen hand plucked a puppet string individually. Give me another Constitution saving throw, please.
It's a 12.
Your breath halts in your chest. You know that shape, not because of how it looks, because of how it feels. A pressure, deep and old, a memory you cannot name, but you recognize the way of the sensation being watched from behind. Your pulse quickens, the field leans closer, and in that tightening silence, something moves. Not him. Not yet. Something else. A rustle among the rows. A soft drag of fabric, dried stalks, a low scraping shuffle that sounds like rope dragged across wood. You look sideways, and shapes detach themselves from the corn. Scarecrows. Dozens, no, more than dozens, a whole season's worth, a whole lifetime's worth. You saw the ones beforehand that were surrounded by him on fence posts, but now many are emerging from this corn. Every one that should have stood forgotten in the same lonely abandoned fields now steps forward with a sluggish, jagged gait of bodies not built to move. Their limbs bend at angles that suggest inexpert assembly, arms twisted too far backward, knees buckling inwards, heads lolling loosely on flimsy stalks of rope and straw. Some still carry scraps of the post they once hung on, dragging lengths of splintered wood behind them that scrape deep grooves into the dry earth. They advance without coordination, without purpose, without direction, except that every jerking, staggering steps turn them inevitably towards you. Their heads twist too sharply, making soft crunching sounds as the stuffing insides shift. Their bodies sway like rotten marionettes, suspended like strings that have long since frayed. I need you to give me an idea of what Thorne does in this moment.
I think the rush of all these unknown creatures coming towards Thorne, the only idea that pops into the head in that moment is just to run.
Give me a athletics check, please.
Okay. That's a 15.
The air thickens with the smell of old cloth, mildew, and the faint dusty sweetness of decaying straw. And then he moves. He does not climb down. He does not step. He does not drift. He drops. Like a lifeless weight cut free, he hits the ground in a sprawled heap that billows a cloud of dust and straws fragment into the air. For a moment he stays there, limbs slack, head lolling loosely on its rope, noose around his neck tight. Then one hand. An assemblage of sticks bound by twine twitches. Fingers curl inward as in a spasmodic jerk. His other arm scrapes forward, dragging his heggy frame through the dirt in a grotesque half-crawl before his legs jolt into movement, forcing him up in a slough, agonized rise that makes his joints crack like frozen branches, forced to bend. He stands, crooked, uneven, swaying slightly, as though fighting the gravitational pull of something unseen, and his head lifts. Jasmin, give me an investigation check with advantage.
Okay. That's a 7.
The empty burlap pits where his eyes should be turned towards you. You do not breathe. You cannot. Because in that hollow, sagging shape, you recognize him. Not by sight, but by memory. By the sickening tightness in your chest. By the wordless dread creeping up from somewhere in the marrow of your bones. You notice your father. He takes a step. Another. The ground shivers with each impact as though his weight is greater now, heavier with the burden of everything he did and everything he became, and the scarecrow shift, the horde of it, goes towards him. Instinctively, like a flock turning as one creature, giving him a path through their broken ranks. And you run. Thorne, you fucking run. Your boots slam against the dry, cracking ground, kicking up splinters of soil that cut lines into your calves. The corn parts around you with a whispering hiss. It leaves sharp enough to slice thin, stinging scratches across your arm. Every stalk you pass seems to lean after you, brushing your back, your neck, your hair, with a clammy softness that feels too much like fingertips. Behind you, the sound of your father moving intensifies. He does not run. He lurches forward with a terrible speed, driven by momentum, by hunger, by purpose that you cannot understand. His limbs scrape and crunch. With each step, the sound of stiff joints forced to obey commands they were not built to follow. His breathing, if it can be called that, is a hollow, rattling gust that echoes through the loose weave of his burlap chest. Each exhale sounding like a dying fire's last gasp. You hear him gaining. Branches snap beneath his feet. The corn trembles around you in waves, bending away as though the field itself is recoiling from his approach. Your heart pounds harder, sharper, faster. I need you to give me an athletics and constitution saving throw.
It's fucking insane.
That's 10 on the constitution, and then nat 20 on the athletics.
Oof. The land tilts slightly beneath you, the earth shifting in loose plates, sliding unpredictably under your weight like a frozen lake, crackling just beneath the surface. You nearly lose your footing, catching yourself on a stalk that bends inward unnaturally, wrapping briefly around your wrist before spinning back with a wet, tearing sound that leaves your palm slick with some dark, sticky residue. You push deeper into the maze of rotting corn, desperate for any sign of escape. And then you see the structure. In the distance, half swallowed by leaning rows, stands a farmhouse, or what remains of one. Its frame is collapsed inwards at strange angles, the roof punctured by jagged holes that gape like missing teeth. The windows are black and empty, their glass long shattered, their frames bent inward as though something tried to claw its way out. The paint on the siding is peeled into curling strips. Revealing wood beneath that is darkened and swollen with moisture that faintly smells of rot and old secrets. The front door hangs on one bent hinge, creaking with soft exhales of the wind-filled moving in a slow, uneven rhythm that feels almost like a beckoning. What do you do?
I really nowhere else to go, so I'll just attempt to go in the house.
Your shoulder slams into the warped wood, pushing it open so forcefully it bangs against the interior wall. With a resonant crack, you stumble inside, the air immediately thicker, denser, warmer, like stepping into a chest cavity of something alive. The floor groans beneath your weight, planks bowed upward in soft ripples as though warped by something that pulsed beneath them. You slam the door behind you and lean your weight into it, your chest heaving, lungs pulling in the air that feels too heavy to be real. The faint hum of your heartbeat vibrates through the floorboards, the walls, the sagged ceiling, resonating through the structure as though the entire house is a single vast ribcage, echoing the rhythm of your living pulse. There's a table in the center of the room. Old. Warped. What would you like to do?
Either try hide under the table or push it against the door. I'm unsure which I'd do in a moment.
It's up to you.
Could I... What's the condition of the house currently? Is it...
Very messed up. It's splintering, kind of erupting as I said beforehand. It's like someone has got inside it and it's erupted outwards.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try hide under the table.
The wood is swollen with moisture, discolored with stains that you can't identify. Edges softened by years of neglect. The legs bulge outwards at odd angles as though they were grown rather than built. On the table, resting with an unnatural neatness, is a locket. Give me an investigation check with advantage.
Okay. That's 18 on advantage, yeah.
Your father's. The hinge gleams faintly in the dim light, flickering between the broken planks of the walls, catching your eye with a small glint that slices through the thick humidity of the room. Dust drifts lazily around it in motes that glow faintly blue, pulsing in rhythm with your heartbeat. The locket looks impossibly delicate against the warped surface beneath it. like a memory placed among an altar. You step towards it, drawn by an invisible thread that kind of tugs instantly at your chest. Your footsteps sink slightly into the floorboards, the wood bending beneath you with a soft squelch that leaves your soles damp. Bit disgusting, innit? The smell of mold and sweet decay intensifies, clinging to your skin, settling into your hair, insinuating itself into your lungs. With each breath, it feels like the house is inside you rather than around you. And you notice as you look down, as you feel it in your hair, you no longer have this kind of scarecrowy output. It's once your human body has come back to you, you can feel everything. You can feel the breathe, this large kind of cavities in your lungs where you're struggling to breathe. But you reach out, your fingertips kind of grazing the cool metal, and that's when the back door bursts inwards. As you try to hide underneath this table, the door doesn't open, it erupts. Splinters exploding outward like shards torn from a carcass, scattering across the room in a half-stinging, biting fragments. The force of the impact sends a shockwave through the house that rattles the warped beams and shakes loose dust from the ceiling in thick, choking clouds, some hitting your shoulder, sending you a little staggering back. Just give me a second. He stands there. Your father. Not the scarecrow. Not the man he once was. But something caught in between. A ragged, half-formed spectre draped in the memory of both shapes. His limbs shudder in violent spasms, forcing him forward with erratic convulsive lurches that snap his joints into new positions with every step. The burlap mask still clings to his head, torn open at the seams, revealing glimpses beneath pale skin stretched tight over protruding bone. Eyes hollow with regret. Something deeper, darker, older, as you hear him go, "Thorne!" He moves towards you with an unsteady, dragging gait that leaves deep grooves in the floorboards behind him. His arms jerk upwards, fingers curling reflexively, as though remembering how to reach, but not remembering why. His breath, wet, ragged, uneven, escapes through the torn burlap in a series of shuddering gasps that smell like earth left too long in shadow. You turn to the floor, he's already upon you. His hands slam into your side, you hear his breathing going. It's so erratic, and he sends you sprawling across this table. The impact knocks the locket onto the floor, where it skitters across the warp planks with kind of that metallic ring as something hits the floor. That echoes through the house like a struck bell. The blow drives the air from your lungs in a single strangled gasp that leaves you dizzy, your vision swimming in a haze of color and darkness. Pain radicates through your ribs, sharp and bright, blooming outward like cracks spreading through ice. You try to push yourself up, but his hand closes around your ankle with brutal force, fingers digging in with a grip so tight it feels like your bones might shatter. He drags you across the floor, the board scraping painfully across your skin, lifting splinters that have embedded themselves shallowly beneath the surface. You kind of crawl at the ground, fingernails catching the warped planks and peeling back thin splinters that leave your fingertips burning on the floor, leaving blood residue all along the crimson line going across the floorboards. He pulls you towards him. Burlap mask, inches from your face. The smell that pours off him is suffocating mildew. Dust. The sour twang of old decayed mingled with the faint of sweetness of memory. His head jerks sideways with a sickening crack, the torn sackcloth peeling slightly to reveal the corner of his jaw clenched with emotion you cannot name. His arm rises, joints creaking, muscles spasming, and he strikes. The world lurches, your vision doubles, triples, and then narrows into a tunnel of rising shapes and muffled sound. You taste copper. Hear your heart and pulse hammering. You feel the floor tilt beneath you like a ship leaning into storm winds. He draws his arm back again. Another hit coming. Another shuddering, trembling blow meant to strike not from hatred, but from something worse. Duty or compulsion, or the twisted echo of what he once was. But the locket lies beside you. You tilt your head and you see it through a haze of glint of metal, kind of elocating itself towards you. A flicker of memory, a whisper of a man's laugh carried through the years of soil and silence. Your hands, you kind of shoot out towards it on instinct, closing it around even as your vision blurs. And the moment your fingers touch the locket, everything stops. Your father's arms freezes mid-swing. His entire body locks in place with a jarring, unnatural stillness that ripples through the room, silencing even the groaning walls. Then the burlap not slowly, not gently, but with the sudden decisive rip of fabric, split by the light from within. Blue luminescence pours the seams in a fin. Trembling beams that widen as the sackcloth peels away. The straw and twine that bind his limbs unravel in spiraling, glowing dust, drifting upwards in a delicate, weightless curls. The scarecrow shell collapses backwards in a heap of empty cloth. And he steps out, human, fragile, and haunted. Your father kneels before you, knees hitting the floor with a loud and kind of exhausted slam, the weight of countless unspoken years settling into the slump of his shoulders, his eyes dim, hollowed by sorrow and recognition, lifts to meet yours. Tears gather along the lower rims, spilling silently down the chin. Old and no living man could have carried. His voice comes to a whisper. It comes as a whisper as well. Soft as brittle leaves brushing together in an autumn wind. And he says to you, Thorne. And he's kind of trembling in his voice. You can see him visibly shaking, the tears going down his eyes. I'm so sorry. And the apology trembles with fear, with regret, with love he has no right to feel anymore. And he tries to reach for you as he puts his hand out, but he stops himself. hands withdrawing as though your skin might burn him simply by touching. He kind of looks at you, stunned. I loved you. He murmurs, the words cracking, as though splintering under their own weight. More than the land, more than the harvest. And then he keeps on going, tears absolutely peltering down his cheeks, that full disguise going off, hair wet from all the torment he's gone under, hollow shell, kind of blood all over his body, kind of rotting away. More than the harvest, more than the legacy I destroyed. But that love, it didn't protect you. It failed you. I failed you. His shoulders shake with a sigh. Doesn't try to be strong. He lets it break him because it already did. His voice lowers to a hoarse whisper. And he says, I didn't want to hurt you again. Stammering over his words, and I never wanted to raise a hand to you. But this place, this punishment, this thing I became, it doesn't let go of ghosts. He bows his head. You deserved better than me. Better than the father you had. Better than the man I became. And the air trembles. The world begins to unravel. Light gathers beneath your skin. Soft at first, then brighter. A cool blue glow filling your veins. Your body feels weightless, unmoored from the ground, dissolving into countless tiny particles that drift upwards like specks of snow in a silent winter night. Your father watches, grief and peace braided together in his complex expression. He lifts a hand, trembling in all of the emotions that are going through him right now, and places it gently over yours as your fingers begin to dissolve into shimmering blue dust. Go, he whispers, voice breaking. Go where I can't follow. Your vision brightens until the farmhouse fades into nothing. The cornfields collapses into color, and everything, pain, fear, sorrow, heals away like old skin. You rise, and in this moment, is there anything you would like to say to your father?
Why did you do it? We had so much, and you just threw it all away. You say that it was for us, but really, it was just for you.
He kind of looks at you as blue particles drifting upward, free from the world and the weight below. And he kind of stammers over his words about the fact that he's so sorry. He never meant for any of this to happen, and he just wanted it to be the best life it could have for you, but he got tricked. He never meant any bad harm by it. And then, softly, quietly, Thorne disappears. And as we go back to the world of Druskinvold, we look over Thorne as Emmanuel stuck under this beam, May equally being under this blazing fire and cinders kind of burning away her dress, and you look over towards Thorne, and there's no light behind that pumpkin eyes anymore. Thorne has died. We made another person cry! Yeah!
Fuck you. Fuck you, Evan.
I'm gonna open a window. Hang on. We have had our first death of the campaign. You okay, Edina?
So next.
Hopefully not.
Better roll good.
What do we think of that?
It was something.
Long, innit?
Long.
Long.
And I'm speechless.
Thank you, thank you. I will take my praise at the end of the session because we still have more to do. We go to May. Please give me 2 death saving throws with disadvantage. And then plus your bonus when you've done them. To them, if you would.
Did they roll? Oh, they did, okay.
You have to send them to me in DMs. Okay. So, May, as you've hit the floor, you are feeling unconscious. Your eyes kind of starting to fade away. That light that they had in between them, you seeing people try to burst in this door. You hear the shouts from outside the thing. You can hear William going, "Hello? Hello? Are you okay?" Just in the back, trying to bang on this door. You hear the sounds of it going. You can see the rattling of the nuts and bolts, not the other way around this time, not butts and nuts. I got it right. The big boy DM today. You can hear the door, you can see it shaking, but the flames and the cinders kind of trickle upwards, and the last intact sensation you feel before kind of drifting off into this phase is the silk. Not the soft, comforting silk you've once coveted or despised, but alive, aware. You can kind of feel it pulsing against your skin. It hums like a heartbeat, not your own, but sticky and warm, biting and kind of crawling over your ankles, tangling in your red heels, copper tanging in the air mingled with smoke, ash, and there's the faint sweetness of long dead roses. Each thread hums. I hate that the music keeps on cutting off, but we will live. Coils and whispers, and then you feel the collapsing on the bottom floor. More things kind of hitting you as it goes, shoving these massive wooden pillars deeper into your stomach, into your sides, into your thighs. Kind of, you feel the pressure, the circulation cutting off as wood screams as it kind of buckles beneath you. You roll over in these shards of timber and burning silk, your heels scraping against these charred boars, nails kind of catching in these fabric, and things tugging at your wrist. You're thrashing against this, kind of heels slipping across these embers, and then the fire resides. The smoke thins, and the rubble melts like wax beneath your trembling hands. You gasp with all of your air kind of excreted in one. Lungs roar, throat coated in ash and silk. You look up, and you are no longer in the windmill. You are in a mansion. A mansion so vast it swallows your gaze. Endless ceilings, gilded gold, crystal chandeliers shimmering impossibly, velvet carpets soft beneath your heels, rose water mingles with candle smoke, with polished wood and glass glint with perfection. And for a moment, your legs remember the relief of solid ground. For a heartbeat, you imagine safety, even wonder. Please give me a perception check.
Shit.
$17.
She appears. White hair falling perfectly to shoulders, red dress unbellished, eyes calm with precise and calm inevitability. Long red nails glint, daggers at her hips, every moment calculated. Not smiling, not rushing, patient, certain, and inevitable. Your pulse skips. What do you do?
Is that myself? I mean, you said daggers at the waist, so I'm assuming.
That would be an investigation check with advantage.
Okay. I guess I'll just kind of stand there just in shock at what I'm experiencing, what I'm seeing. Just kind of like my mind is like a mess, like I cannot think clearly. Yeah, I guess I'll roll for it. If I recognize myself or if it's someone else.
Mm-hmm. You get advantage, don't you worry.
Okay. So what's it again? Investigation?
Hmm?
Investigation?
Mm-hmm. Investigation with advantage.
Not 20.
Oh, disgusting. You see her in her might. The face not changed. Patient, as I said, certain, kind of standing with a certain steed in her way, kind of uptight shoulders, knowing that she has a certain worth, and this is you. Very easily, those daggers at her hips, things that you commonly use for weasels, still soaked and dripping in blood, kind of having a line follow her of crimson that has a certain steed to it and smell, kind of a sweet smell but rotten, almost like they still have the essence of the weasel hag within her. But as you turn around to look at her, you see a hallway. And the first hallway stretches impossibly long, lining the walls, each reflection multiples of her. Variations of you. Younger, older, laughing, screaming. Hang on, apologies. It was on the wrong song. Twisted. You kind of see all of this and duck beneath some gilded railings, kind of stumbling over marble pedestals, slide across silk-draped floors, apologies, kind of your chest heaving, heels scraping, making that disgusting sound like a fork going against a plate. You hear the marble being scratched, and it's almost like spiders kind of dragging along behind you as she starts kind of not following you, but chasing you. at the kind of tempo that she's not fully running, but you can still feel the presence of her, and it's intimidating, and she's coming for you. The hallway kind of twists, curves impossibly, staircases kind of spiraling into ceilings, walls bending against reason, and every time you glance behind you, she's there. Calm, inevitable, eyes fixed on you. And we will go back to Emmanuel. Emmanuel, you hear on these doors the shout of amalgamation and William kind of finally managing to get this door open, and as they soon burst it open, a massive wave of heat kind of amplifies outside of the room, kind of that oxygen exploding, and you feel those cinders kind of burn against your skin, kind of crawling upwards your leg, hindering you a little, kind of singeing off your eyebrows a little, and just generally giving you a decrepit feeling. And William sees you, noticing everything that's going on, scanning the room, kind of noticing Thorne, Jonah, flat on the floor, still motionless over his daughter, that scarecrow, and he goes immediately over towards you, and he goes, kind of hand over his face with the wind, kind of holding his shirt up a little, Malcolm right behind him. Emmanuel! You okay?
In this moment, I say nothing. I can say nothing. I've been rendered. All I can do probably in this moment is yell, but I keep my breath still as I try and focus all of my energy on breathing, continuing to breathe. But in that moment, there's a certain feeling. Through all of the pain, there is just this small feeling. The feeling of something brushing against my cheek. And then the feeling of something touching just here. And I'm just able to look down and see a small green ribbon wrapped around my arm. And I use the ribbon's mending ability to heal myself half of my level, putting me on 2 hit points.
Nice.
Yeah. I completely forgot I had that on me.
Okay, tell me what it looks like now. You used the green ribbon, you've healed yourself. What about?
I'm kind of just struck with this euphoric energy. A bit like adrenaline, but more kind of calmed as I awake to the extent of the pain that I'm feeling right now. As this thing lodged in my chest is pushing down, and I scream as loud as I can, and I look, bloodshot eyes. Malcolm! William! Help! I just scream and pull and tug and use all of the energy that I've just received to free myself. I look around frantically as the reality of the situation slowly but surely comes to me. Am I able to see Thorne and May?
I have just started the VTT up again because it closed, so I apologize. Okay. So if you would like to get back in that, you can. From your point of view, you are looking towards the front door, so everyone that is Thorne and May behind you, you cannot see, because imagine you're on the floor, led feet towards the door, kind of this wooden beam pillar going sideways across your chest, not kind of forward wise, it's sideways, kind of pressing down on your chest, so you're breathing and speaking like all of your air is being exhaled in a way.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I still scream for them. I'm just trying. In fact, I scream for Sai's name as well. The pain is too much. And as someone who is so used to pain, this comes shattering to me. I just continue to wriggle and writhe and try and free myself.
Give me a strength saving throw.
4.
So as you try to push it off, you kind of hold it up and up and up. You get it about an inch before you immediately kind of see a swooping action going through the fire. You see William right there with you, kind of digging his heels into the floorboards, kind of creaking them inwards a little bit, giving himself damage. He's actively taking fire inwards, digging his heels into the ground and putting his back completely as he grabs the wooden beam and kind of lifts it with his back, going kind of screaming upwards to lift up as he gives you enough room to wriggle out of it, taking these kind of massive wooden support like nails out of your chest and relieving you of this being tied into the floor.
And I just crawl like straight towards the exit, straight towards Malcolm, as just pushing through the rubble, pushing through my own exhaustion, and trying to free myself from this moment.
We go back to May. May, I need you to give me another saving throw.
Okay, okay.
Well, the reason I will tell you why I didn't say to Thorne give me so many saving throws is because Thorne got a nat 1, and that's 2. Or instant death, depending how mean you are.
That sucks.
Edina, did you roll twice?
Fuck! No, I didn't. Hold on.
Okay, roll.
No, hold
Roll
on.
twice.
Hold on. That was to everyone. Hold on. I'll redo it.
Just go pop some loo quickly. We'll be back. Ooh.
Is that +3?
No.
Okay, so that's still. So kind of as you are having this, you're still in this vision, right? You are seeing it, but you're starting to see breakthroughs come. Like you're seeing cinders pass your eyes as you're running, kind of away from yourself in this aspect. You can smell the wooden kind of aroma of the building. You can hear from like, I'd say around your eardrums coming straight in from like a westy direction. You can hear the screams of Malcolm. You can hear Malcolm and William kind of lifting it up off Emmanuel. Emmanuel shouting that you need to go help the others, but for some reason you can't see them. And you still have the feeling that you are being chased. The corridor kind of melts into a bathroom similar to the one that we were in the Crooked House, but more fancier in a way. Chandeliers kind of drip silk like rain. Threads glint red and silver, sticky and alive. Silk wraps around wrists and ankles, kind of biting and pulling as you vault over fallen beams, nails tearing at your threads, daggers useless. Shadowings kind of rising up, showing your victims of your mother just around about, and you're forced to look at them, kind of running straight past them. Daughters of the Silk kind of whispering in your ear. Apart from you can hear William at the same time, so many voices going on at once, kind of whispering, brawling and warning. And she follows still, patient, inevitable. Each breath that you are taking feeds her. Each pulse kind of drawing the silk that she weaves following her mother a bit tighter. I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw, please, Edina.
I know what school you go to. I know what school you go to.
I know what school you go to. Yeah, saving throw. Conk saving throw.
Okay.
It's too much, man.
Okay, 21.
21. Fine. As go back to. Nah, you thought it was going to be him. No, it's still Edina. Ah! No, I'm just messing with you. Branches curl into stalactites, May, of red and silver silk, forming a cavern. It's a cavern that you recognize, echoing each breath, every heartbeat. Threads hang like blades from the ceiling, wrapping and slashing, cutting in hair and nails. I need you to give me an athletics check.
Hold on.
This can be any athletics check. You can roll it to everyone. Doesn't matter. What, to saving throws or?
Yeah.
Yes, you would. To athletics.
Was it?
Yeah, you're just meant to roll athletics here.
Oh no, that was strength. Hold on. Against stupid.
You don't have to write it. You can just say it. It doesn't really matter.
Athletics 16.
Nice. So you vault, twist, and kind of scramble, but she still follows, patient, inevitable, kind of just moving through all of these objects mistfully, like almost like she doesn't need to actually walk. She just has that kind of presence that no matter where you go, she follows. Every stumble, every falter, every shed of exhaustion adds to the cocoon of threads kind of wrapping around you as a whole, around your neck, starting to stick to you, it kind of starting to elongate around your whole body. And I need you to make me another Constitution saving throw.
Can I roll twice? Please, I haven't wanted on
Nope. Nope. What'd you get? What did you get?
Why don't you look at it?
No, 6 isn't that bad. So
what? Oh, okay. So there's still an
pressing-
advantage, even. Okay. Okay, I thought it
no,
was.
you don't get an advantage on that one. That's just a saving throw for con. You get advantage when something happens, like looking at your person with investigation, because it's yourself. You get an advantage on that, but you wouldn't get advantage on this because it's just jumping over shit. But pressing into your chest, arms, and legs, each inhale tastes like kind of coppery. It kind of sticks and gets harder to breathe in your throat every time. Feeling it at the back is a scent of roses and ash. Each heartbeat reverberates through your limbs, your silk kind of pressing into your nerves and into your veins and into your magic that you hold so dear. The cavern flows kind of around as you are jumping and vaulting over things, the cocoon kind of wrapping itself around you into a library of floating books. Pages slice air like glass, kind of telling your story as you pass it, kind of showing the encounters with the Ket Grin that you told them your story, showing your encounters with going into Wickamore Hollow, trying to save them, defeating the ghost-like locomotive, and everything has been put into pictures. Threads spring from bindings, wrapping ankles and curling into hair. Your shelves twist, staircases rotate as you try to go up them, running away still, books falling down, daggers clattering, silk threads bite. She follows still, eyes fixed on you, calm, patient, inevitable. Every corridor, every turn is another reflection of yourself in these books, in mirrors, in shadows. The library, it's almost like these places are dream states. They're dream scales. They're almost like something written about your life. The library morphs into a hall of statues. Each one is you. White hair, red dresses, daggers poised, face sincere but monstrous. They kind of twitch and bite out at you as their limbs, bending unnaturally, imitate your stride. You manage to slip past them, crawl over these marbles, heels scraping, breath ragged, statues trying to lunge at you if you falter. Stepping behind them, inevitable once again, patient. She follows. As we move back to Emmanuel in the land of the dead, but living technically, what would you like to do?
Am I still in the...
You are still in the windmill, so if you do not get out this turn, you will take fire damage.
Okay, I rush out. That's all I can do. Am I able to make it, or do I have to roll on anything?
Yeah, you can make it.
Okay.
You're pretty close to the door.
Kind of pushing past Malcolm and stumbling outside, and kind of, for the first time in what to Emmanuel would seem like a really, really long time, he tastes fresh air. No longer the thick layer of smoke around him, and he breathes it in, and he's so kind of thankful that he is able to, despite all the pain, despite all the heartbreak, he's able to breathe again properly. But he turns around, he looks at the rubble, and the realization sets in on him that his friends are still in there. And he calls out to Malcolm, "Do you see them?" But he stays outside.
Malcolm kind of in there with William, still kind of just dropping that thing and kind of scouring the room, sees Thorne. And you not knowing that Thorne has passed is going to be tricky news. Malcolm kind of sprints out the door, not knowing that May is still in there with this perception check that they did roll. Only seeing Thorne, and bursts out the door still, kind of gasping for air of that black smoke, kind of suffocating their limbs still. Goes, like, kind of bent over, heaving, trying to get all of this air out. Sees Martha, kind of deadpan worried, like face pale as a ghost, and looks towards you and puts his hand on your shoulder and goes, stammering over the words, "Thorne is... I don't think Thorne's alive." Kind of still coughing and like kind of getting their guts out in a way with all of this black smoke heaving that's coming out of it.
You know, in like in film and TV, when someone gets told bad news or something, or hears something, and then their senses kind of dull, and it's shown by like a really high pitched screech kind of going on as everything else kind of closes in around them. That's what's happening to Emmanuel right now. Yeah. Those words, I don't think Thorne is alive, sink in, but he doesn't believe them. He pushes Malcolm away and is just like, "No, he can't be." And I push past him and I go look myself.
Are you going into the area again, or are you just looking in the doorway?
Looking in the doorway.
You roll me a perception check.
Perception. There it is. 11. I'm not rolling well today.
As you cast your eyes into this vast room, kind of filled with black smoke swirling at the top, you see Jonah. The one person you could see, and they're kind of led on top of this scarecrow in a way, completely slumped, kind of face half pale, no body movement at all, kind of just his expression that he died with was one of love, but still not hatred towards his daughter. Half his limbs kind of dragged out, blood pooled around the floor, kind of intestines and stuff all along his daughter as his face is kind of smushed in half, neck kind of at an unhumanized angle, like it's been spun when he hit the floor, kind of face half drooping, fingers cracked backwards, and arm bent in uneven directions as he's kind of just slumped over his daughter. But that's all you see.
I scrape the doorway and I'm just no, they can't be dead. They can't die. And as I'm crashing out, I just feel the shimmer of cold breath brush against my face. There's no one around me, at least Malcolm's behind me. There's no one there, but I still feel it. And I've realized at this point that I know who it belongs to, but I try and shove her away as far as possible. This is not her moment to trick me or to control me. As I stand there, still trying to look, but not daring to enter because of the amount of pain that's still coursing through my system. I'm no longer numb to it.
Kind of all of this pain that you're no longer numb to, you feel it kind of limping your way over to kind of just brush past Malcolm one more time, but he stops you as he doesn't think anyone's left in the building apart from William, to be honest, and he knows that going back in there would be a suicide thing, and he puts his hand right in front of you and kind of actually just, he's going to roll strength. Yeah. And he's going to try and push you to the, and really just hold you there. Hang on, give me a second. I need to get a sheet up. Look great. But he tries to put his hand on you, kind of puts it onto the shoulder and feels like an unnatural presence and kind of recoils it in a way and kind of gives you a strange look as, Emmanuel, you hear a voice in the back of your ear. Kind of a cold one, and it sends a shiver down your spine. This is Sai, but this is not something that you're used to. You're used to Sai normally working with you, kind of gaslighting you in a way, leading you towards something that they benefit from, and you hear, "This is what you deserve." We move back to me. One last one, potentially. Roll that shit, May. Twice with
God,
disadvantage.
my mic was off.
GG.
Sorry, I was
Legally.
asking, like, do you want me to roll Constitution again?
No, just death saving throw, please.
So a D20 to myself.
And you do it twice.
No. That was to everyone.
Oopsie.
It was good,
Oopsie. Yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't count.
though. Eh.
Meh.
Eh.
Get up. Hey, you're dead, buddy.
No.
You're dead.
You're dead.
+3.
Hashtag not recovered.
Yeah. You have +3. Because you have a dark bargain, so... Well, not dark bargain, but whatever that thing is.
Is it so over?
It's not. Was that twice, Edina?
Mm-hmm.
Do I be mean?
I'm terrified right now.
Bro, you're terrified out there. Bro, my heart is beating so fucking fast.
I think I'll be mean.
No.
Oh,
May,
I will
as
tell your
you...
lecturer- I will tell your lecturer everything.
My lecturers just won't care. What, you're gonna tell Sam that I played D&D? Like, what?
No, I'm gonna tell them that you use AI to do your assignments. Yeah.
Everyone does. You're literally allowed to in uni.
Well,
I don't, because I don't believe in AI.
Yeah, we're allowed
Literally,
to
it doesn't
rely on you.
exist. AI.
Yeah.
What is that?
What does that mean? No, but as you hear the sounds of William shouting, kind of coughing, he kind of scans around and sees one last person in the room, and that is May. May's right all the way at the back, kind of stuck under 3 pieces of debris. And as you awake, May, your eyes are brought straight back into the room under these, and I need you to roll strength saving throw for me, please. Tell me what you get. It's a public one. So as you kind of awake and you try to push this beam upwards and try to get it off you, you fail. And as you push it further up, you drop it. And a nail slams straight back into your shoulder, putting you back on death saving throws.
No. You did it.
That's evil.
You're so mean.
That wasn't the evil thing.
Oh
She
shit.
would have died to fire anyway. Emmanuel, we move back to you.
So, am I being like pinned or dragged by?
Emmanuel is currently being tried to, like, quote unquote, encouraged not to go in there, but highly likely that won't happen, as Malcolm didn't really roll that good on strength.
Okay. I feel the tugging and I do stay put. I'm emotional, but I'm not stupid. I know that I wouldn't be able to take the heat. I'm too injured. I'm too damaged. And as I hear this is what you deserve, I kind of feel my hairs stand on end. And hang on, I'm just gonna right. There we go. I close my eyes and I try and just focus on just one thing. Like my anxiety levels are so fucking high right now, both in and out of character. And I just focus on my breathing. In, out. I feel that fresh air that I've missed so much. And I begin to calm, I begin to rationalize. But as I open my eyes again, she is standing there right in front of me in the flames. They don't touch her, they just fly through her, but she is there. I can see her. And she smiles and just says, Lockhart, I think we need to have a chat. I'll leave that there.
Oh, that's not nice. That's not nice. William still in there, noticing May is not having a great time stuck underneath it, is going to shout out, anyone, come help! And you can see Malcolm in this kind of fantasized state goes rushing into the building once again to see if they can help try get May out of it, taking some quite bad fire damage as they go through, kind of running through Sai in a way, straight through, not really noticing there, but Sai still standing there, kind of staring you dead in the eyes still, Lockhart, not wavering in the position, kind of flames going around her, going like different kind of colors in a way, kind of an imitating presence. But as Malcolm runs straight in following William, they're both going to try and help May and move these massive blocks of support beams off her. I will roll for them now.
Yay!
I'm just going to roll this white. Okay, that's better. So as Malcolm kind of rushes inwards, they notice that this massive beam is kind of relenting on you, May. And they kind of stamp their foot kind of near a nail, grab this nail out of the ground and kind of stick it into a random part of the floor and then put both hands on it in a way. This is kind of like a lever support. And when they put their hands onto it, they two-handed grab it and kind of lean backwards, kind of raging, going into a rage, actually getting resistance to all of this fire in a way, and leaning backwards, and you hear a massive, deep scream from this kind of darkened area in a way. Emmanuel, you can't see into it, and of course Thorne is no longer alive, so you're really the only one from the party who can hear what's going on, and this deep growl of kind of you can hear. This is a noise that you haven't heard before, and after seeing Sai, this is fucking weird. The scream's coming from behind her, so naturally, what do you think?
I continue to make eye contact with her, rage just kind of flooding through me, and I just say to her plainly, I need you to save them. And she just looks at me and smiles and just like looks around herself and is just like, it's a pity. But I have no use for dead blood. And she just continues to stare. You, Lockhart, we are far from done. And she disappears again.
Oh, that's horrible. But as Malcolm has gotten their hands on this, they're lifting this support beam up off May in this aspect. May, I'm gonna need you to make me 2 death saving throws, both with disadvantage. And that's not as in 2 ones or 1 roll. I mean 2 actual death saving throws.
Or on the actual like thing.
So it's 2 ones. It's like 2 actual rolls, both with disadvantage.
Yes, but I mean like to myself or like.
Yes, to yourself. Is that the first one with disadvantage?
I don't know what the disadvantage is.
You just roll it twice.
Okay.
Okay, and now roll me 2 more. One more. Okay. So as Malcolm is taking all of this heavy debris off him, and kind of you see this massive kind of chambers in their back kind of lodge into their kind of spinal area, and you see him kind of move his chest forward and even a more guttural rage, but kind of, I would say, monstrous this time. Last time was just an angry scream, but this time it has a bit of depth to it and a more monstrous noise. It kind of goes sounding like he's in pain. You can hear the fire taking effect on their legs, kind of making that damage go all crazy on them. And he manages to get 2 beams off you, May. All in one, kind of this massive strength, lifting it above his head and kind of throwing it off you in a way, fluttering it onto the other side of the room. Massive slams of sound. And there's one more, and it's led on your left thigh, kind of intruding into it. But as you go back into that vision that you were having, a thread presses against your veins. A thrum, kind of playing that sound that you heard when every time you save someone, you get that happiness, you get that spike, but it's the complete opposite way. Now, time is stretching, and each second the universe, silk threads crawl inside your eyes, kind of over teeth, into your hair, threads braid with blood. Every pulse, every heartbeat, a rhythm of inevitability. Magic, the ones that you used to heal people so often before, you visibly see them leaking from your fingers, and that feeling of getting weak and withering away is becoming more. Every pulse and every heartbeat kind of seeping into threads, feeding this cocoon in a way, your mother kind of hearing that guttural laugh in the back of your ears. Warmth fading, your strength fading, sight dimming, your eyes becoming more and more closed, like that smoke just taking control of your vision, silk coiling over your mouth and nose when you gasping in short, rapid bursts, and your breath burning in your throat, inflaming it. Heart slowing down, and every thread of your whole being getting pulled tighter as she steps aside, kind of casting her eyes on you, still calm, watching you. You are now trapped alive, suffocating and being consumed.
Shit's fucked.
Layer by layer, the cocoon pressing further. You thrash, silk biting deeper at your skin. You can feel it taking part out of your skin, ripping it out, and you see it in front of you, kind of taking it into the cocoon, kind of feeding it in a way, teeth coming out of it and getting stronger and getting tighter around your body, your hair twisting, nails shredding as your red crimson nails that were elongated before are getting eaten up and getting shorter and shorter. And give me a minute to fix the music. I apologize. Here we go. As I said, you gasp in short these bursts, and even that feeling of you having that area of being alive is consumed now. Layer by layer, you're thrashing, and your breath becomes a fire, dragging through your lungs, every heartbeat echoing deep below in your ribs, your spine and skull are all filled with silk, your brain kind of not having function with it anymore, your eyes completely closed, and all you can feel is this pain of being ripped apart, limb from limb, area that you don't know which is going next, purely because the silk is attacking from different parts each time. Your vision, threads coiling. Inside your eyelids, you can feel the silk kind of pushing them out, almost like they're going to be ripped from inside your skull, extruding outwards around your teeth, kind of yanking them out of your gum. Everything in you is being ripped out, your veins kind of being ripped out of their bloodstream, all around you, blood filling, you're clawing at yourself. The pain is exquisite, it's intimate, and it's alive. She watches, patient and inevitable. Emmanuel, we move to you.
I, at this point, am stuck, like mentally, at that doorframe, still holding on to it. Kind of feeling the warmth of the flames around me, but daring not enter, but also unable to run away, just stuck there, thinking about what Sai has just said to me, having no use for the blood of the dead, understanding that she did not care a bit about his friends, and he would use that word, despite everything, they were friends. He can't bring himself to move. He is trapped in this emotional cage, trying to think, trying to do anything, trying to act, but all he could hear is his own voice telling him that I failed them. Over and over again, I failed them. He can still feel Sai's presence, sort of beckoning him away, but he can't, because that one thought, that one sentence, those 3 words, I failed them, drowns out everything else.
I'm going to do a roll. I want everyone to watch this roll. This roll is going to be very important. Malcolm, in a rage, this damage is going to be halved. Keep that in mind. But Malcolm is going to put his hands on this debris, this rubble, to try and save May. This is the last thing that's currently on her. Malcolm is going to take fire damage from doing this. Now, everyone, I need you to watch the roll for how much fire damage they're going to take. Malcolm, as they put their hands on this rubble, get a feeling within their hands, and the flame consumes them, going up their arm and into their canisters that is ejected into their spine and kind of rips them outwards, filling all of that liquid and setting it ablaze, and you hear a guttural yelp from Malcolm. The flute pipes kind of just crumbling in one as you hear this guttural yelp. You hear a slam into the floor as Malcolm falls dead, unconscious.
Hearing this scream from outside, the voice gets louder in his head, and he falls to his knees. But behind him, he can just about make out the impression of Sai's voice, and he turns beside him to see her standing there once again, and she just says, "Really? Them? Why do you care about them so much? You barely knew them. I have seen you kill without hesitation. And these 3 lost souls. I will never understand you, Lockhart. Never." And she just stands there waiting for me to do something now. Not bothering to control me at all, but just waiting for me to take action.
William, still in this, noticing that Amalgamation has just signed their own death sentence, in a way, by putting their hands on the fire, trying to sacrifice themselves to save May once and last, is going to help action to see if they can give May a chance to save everybody. I'm rolling this part to myself. I'm just doing it with Malcolm's stat block. May. William comes over, noticing what has happened to you, trying to help him move this off, but he knows he's not strong enough to get these off. He needs help of someone stronger, but he kind of puts you down and grabs you by the end of your dress and tries to yank you out a little bit, moving you further backwards, and tries to get a little bit of your leg free, successfully doing so. Your ankle is still the last bit, kind of ankle to knee is still trapped under this rubble, but the rest of your body is free, and that's going to be a success on what. So I've sent you what it is on Discord now. I need you to roll me potentially your last saving throw. Not with disadvantage this time, however. I don't know if she knows that her mic is muted. I think she does. Yeah, she does. Edina, it wouldn't be because you used that on your last life. So no +3. Ooh, a 10 is a succeed though. So it's 2. Oh, I can't tell. I can't say that.
I thought it was.
No, a 10 is a succeed. That wasn't the thing I was on the fence about last time. No. So you got this now. Oh, this is not a good situation for her. Hearing that guttural scream next to you of amalgamation falling down, you hear a slam. A very loud one, as the windmill finally fully collapses. Last bits of the fan of the wind have blown it onto it, and some hitting Malcolm's leg and going in near you may as well. Not necessarily on you, just completely, but very, very much covering amalgamation fully. We go to Lockhart.
Jesus Christ. This is something else. This is probably the most emotional D&D session I've had in such a long time. My God.
I'm shaking from head to toe.
Welcome to D&D, guys.
We've had 2 people cry this session.
You're an evil man, Evan Palmer.
No, but
Evil
that.
man.
Whoa, leave my full name!
Whoa!
Don't worry, Edina's about to leak my fucking social security number.
Exactly. Can always cut it out. Oh no. I genuinely just think he wouldn't be able to move. He'd be frozen still, and in that moment, the world just turning, revolving around him. He himself almost feels dead in that moment, in that
Freezing
mindset.
Still, feet not moving. The windmill, as I said, finally fully collapses. Hearing that guttural scream is then met by the view of Sai being blocked. Everything has fallen, including the entrance and the exit to the windmill. William is trapped inside.
I look at the rubble in front of me, and I can just about hear their screams, but that only fuels the fires that are spreading crazily in my mind. I turn to Sai again, and face burdened with tears, just scream at her. Just, please, help me, save them!
She kind of gives you one last look. Flames going around her, and she gets right up into the doorway before it fully closes. Kind of rubble falling down, giving only you a couple seconds to actually view her and talk to her at last. Tears streaming down your face, and she turns to you and goes, "No," before she completely disappears.
And in that moment, I burst into this manic laughter as I just, kneeling on the floor, face right in front of the rubble, essentially lose my mind.
We move soon back to May. But if you've got a couple more things to say, I'm sorry, I thought you were done. So
No, I mean, I basically am. I'm still there, but it's gonna take a while for me to be able to move again.
we move to amalgamation. I'm gonna do these rolls to myself.
That was not to yourself, bro.
It should say to myself. I'm rolling it to myself. Weird. Oh well. Can I manually input them? Oh, I can. Okay, ignore that 12 and the 4 then. We move to May. Foot still trapped under the rubble. William stuck in there, inhaling all of this black smoke, on fire. His kind of clothes going up in flames. There's tears in the morning. He's kind of beard half singed off, hair is equally on fire, and you can tell this hurts. You're starting to hear screams from him. He is in pain. This is not a room for a normal human farmer, man. His hat completely in flames, kind of throws it to the floor, takes his shirt off, and just sees what he can do. Sees that your foot is currently the only last bit that's stuck, and he's gonna try and save you from being stuck in there. May, as he comes over, he manages, as he puts his hands on this flaming hot, like, bonfire-esque type of support beam. He puts his hands on it, completely scarring his hands for life, and he moves it off, kind of giving himself a and then he kind of screams to you, "Get out!" as he's moving it, and then pops it back down on the floor, kind of looking at his hands, kind of agonizing pain, and all of his fingers are now like singed on the ends, middle of it kind of bubbling from where he's completely fucked his farming hands for life, not able to hold a tool anymore, kind of his whole career that he's known completely gone as he fully takes it off your foot. I need you to give me a death saving throw.
Disadvantage?
Nope, no disadvantage, completely normal, just no +3. And then tell me what it is. May, whilst being essentially eaten alive in this cocoon, you break free from it in your mind, and then your eyes immediately flicker with lights on, and you see the embers in your eyes actively come back as you are kind of jolted back into existence of this burning building coming down. William straight in front of you, screaming as his hands are bubbling in front of you. The front door completely blocked with rubble. You're back in this windmill, but how do you get out? That's the question. as we move to a bonus action for May, if you would like to have one, you are on 1 HP.
Heal yourself!
Oh my god.
I'm shaking from it. Okay. I need to take a breath. I need to take a breath.
You got this.
Okay. Said bonus action, or like, can I actually?
Yeah. You just have a bonus.
Okay. Let me see what bonuses I have.
This is gonna be interesting because I want to know how much you guys remember. So.
Yeah. I had to really root into my memory about the green ribbon. It's like, oh wait, that
I know exactly how you get out of this situation, but that's probably because I'm the DM.
I think I know what you're thinking, but I don't know if I'm allowed to share it with the run.
I think it's also the same for me. Yeah, I know. But I'm actually
Only
just fucking
if
dead.
she remembers.
Fuck.
Well, there's no way of Thorne saying. I mean, there's a way of Emmanuel saying if he fucking screams, but he thinks May is dead. So.
Yeah. Also, would Emmanuel even know about?
I mean, he knows about it.
Okay. Maybe I'm
No,
thinking of the
off
wrong
the
thing then.
basement.
No, not the basement.
Oh, that's what I was thinking of.
You guys don't actually know there's a basement, but there's literally no way of me like actually properly hiding it on this map because I have to put fog of war on it, which makes it really fucking obvious that there's one here.
Yeah. Don't worry, we're a metagame.
Thank you.
Guys, I have a feeling there's a basement in there.
Oh, shut up. Edina, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking that I don't know shit.
What bonus actions do you have?
I have spells, but none of them are healing.
Any that are possibly helpful in getting out?
One of them literally damages myself. Oh.
Oh.
Let me use this one.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with this.
I give
See you
up.
guys later.
How does one use a healer's kit?
That would take quite a lot of time, and you don't have that time.
Could I give out my healing potions? Fucking remember.
Yeah,
You
who
did.
has those? Good old adventure time. Can't go wrong.
Why is it time on, bro?
Can I get a little help?
From who? You're in the room
I
alone.
mean, you've already said the two things that I thought of, so I can't help. I'm afraid.
Jasmin, were you thinking about the basement?
No, I was thinking about potions, but I'm not sure anymore.
Okay, so no one's thought the way I'm thinking. Okay.
Oh, he's trying to make us think. He's like, oh, there's a way out, and they haven't seen her.
I am trying to think. You said that I'm like there is no exit. Like there is no way out because both.
There's no way out the front door.
No, but you also said the back door also collapsed.
Yeah.
Still one more.
And everything is in fire around me. So I can't go up because then I would be in fire.
You can't go up, no, because it's all collapsed.
And it's all fiery?
Yep.
Okay, so that throws Spider Climb out of the...
Mhm.
Jasmin, pop that message.
What?
Oh,
I'm literally reading through every fucking thing that I have right now.
that's still an option?
Ooh.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
I can't give hints, guys. This sucks. This really fucking sucks.
Do like a fucking
I can't do a strength or anything, like I can't move because I have negative in them. I have disadvantages in them, so...
You
would
can
a
still try.
history check count as a bonus action to just recall any way of actually
Yeah, fuck it,
escaping?
why not? That's a smart idea. Why not? I'll let it. Give me a history check.
What? Me or Emmanuel?
Both of you. I don't care. One of you.
It's kind of useless if I do it. You're the one who's trying to escape, but I'll do it anyway.
Yeah, he thinks you're dead.
11.
19.
Mate, you know and notice. I mean, investigation probably would have been the best for me. History would have been the best
okay.
for. But I'll let it slide anyway because I'm nice. You notice and remember that when the door was originally locked getting into the windmill, that Emmanuel went a different way. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I rolled a 19, so would I know
Mhm.
that as well?
Of course you would. It's right in front of
Well, I
you.
mean,
I
you
mean,
just...
yeah, you're the one that did it.
That thought breaks through the barrier that I've built myself, that one little idea. And I have no idea who is alive. I have no idea who is dead. But with all the strength in my system, I pick myself up and I walk to the side of the burning exit through the little slit, the little broken part of the windmill that I once most majestically jumped through, and I scream down it. I don't know who's there. I don't know if anyone is, but if there is anyone still alive, please. There is a way out. Here, follow my voice. And Godspeed.
Sorry, I'm not laughing at you. I looked over and I see Evan munching.
He's enjoying
bro,
this.
I'm in a life or death situation right now. This shit, he's just munching.
Take 10 years with the bonus action. I'll have some fucking biscuits. Like,
Yeah, okay. So what do I guess I can only crawl. I don't know like how good of a condition I am in.
yeah. You can try it. It's gonna hurt. But what other choice do you have?
I'll just follow his voice. Kind of like I'm like half. I don't want to say half asleep, but like between, you know, consciousness.
Give
And I
me
just
a
feel
strength
this,
check.
like-
Because you need to crawl across hot floor. So if you mess it up, you're gonna be back on saving throws.
Can I try to like, as I crawl or before I crawl, can I like try to like utter something out? Like just
what?
any noise, any noise. It doesn't even have to be a word, just like whatever.
That's on you. I don't decide that. If you want to, you can. If you think you've got enough strength to, go for it.
I would say that I can like let out like not like a full-on word, but just like this. You know, like when a dog starts like crying when you step on their tail, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Go for it. I mean,
This,
role
but
play
the
it out.
human equivalent of that. So I'm trying to. I will do the strength check off this, but I'm like trying to roll the way that I'm hearing the voice coming from. And like for me, it's like really like I barely hear it. But something in me is just like I need to let them know that I'm still here, because otherwise this will be my last moments alive.
Mm-hmm.
So then I kind of grunt in pain. But I don't know if the grunt would be like loud enough.
I mean, that's up to Emmanuel if he can hear it. I mean, you equally have William with you, no? So
William's
Yeah,
still
but William
alive.
is also like
William's dying, and he's screaming very loudly, so you can most definitely hear that William is still alive. Not so much, but William could probably say it for you.
Yeah, can I just... Where is William right now? Like, I'm
He's-
facing towards where I'm hearing Emmanuel's voice.
Yeah, so if you look at VTT, the black dot is Jonah's dead body. Thorne is, like, relatively near it. You are towards more of the back side of the room, and Emmanuel's at the front, with the way out on the ceiling being around up here.
Huh?
And William is about here, and Malcolm is unconscious here.
Can I just, like...
Wait, hang on. I can actually add Malcolm in. Hang on.
Can I just tell William it's like... I have, like, basically nothing in my lungs. But it's like... kind of struggle to make my words, but... It's like... I just say, like... Let him know, but... Obviously it's, like... very painful, and, like, there's... like... breaks between the words, like, you can't... You can piece them together, but it just... I just can't really talk. Brother,
Roleplay
I'm
for me.
trying.
What do you say?
I'm just like, let him know.
Nice. With all of this, like, last breath kind of thing for you, you hear kind of the guttural screams of William still, Emmanuel. So you know that there is someone alive in there. And with him, you kind of hear him explain, and then he kind of manages to get out the word among the pain that May is still alive in here as well with him, and you're able to just about hear it over the screams of pain and kind of the crackling fire in the background. But then we move towards Malcolmation.
I'm gonna roll a strength check, guys.
Trapped under... Don't worry, we'll get to you in a minute. Trapped under 2 rubble, on fire, burning. The flames start to spread downwards and downwards, kind of grasping along the bones of and glow that Malcolmation has. And they're on their last death saving throw. You see them. Hang on. What is this? There's a thing when they die. I mean, I'm spoiling it here, but restore life with full HP or restore life with 1 HP. Maybe that's just a thing.
Wait, what?
Maybe it's just a DM thing. when you see this, May, you see Amalgamation right in front of you as you're crawling forward, kind of getting your last words out, and their head is kind of on the ceiling, pointed upwards, and you see the flames around their neck, and it's slowly starting going up, and that blue aura that they had around them as they are a Relicborn slowly fades away and gets inflamed as it engulfs them and gets that orange glow and kind of takes it away all slowly as they kind of tilt their head right and look at you, and their eyes slowly fade.
Oh, his audio cut out. There we go.
That was just me.
Evan, we can't hear you.
Your role playing is cool and all, but we can't. Yeah.
Oh, is he back? He is not.
What?
Oh, there he is. There he is.
I was gonna say, I'm back. What the fuck? When did you last hear me?
You have been off for long. Literally, when we said we can't hear you is when you stopped.
Okay, so did you hear about what happened to Amalgamation, or should I say it again?
That the light kind of faded.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's kind of body aura and that glow that they had around them, that blue evanescence kind of gets slowly engulfed by flames and slowly fades away into a kind of a dull husk as their face kind of hits the floor and flops right, and they just stare at you dead in the eyes, May, as you're crawling forward, going towards them, and they kind of look towards you as their life essence is turned into a husk and their eyes close and every ounce of energy that they had is drained. And the last words they say is, "Get out." And he's gone.
No.
And we will move to Emmanuel.
So, I hear William. Hear William say the name May, and although I'm trying to break free from that mental prison, it's a tangle. You know, I have the words I failed them wrapped around me as tightly as possible, but I'm slowly starting to break free. And the other little bit of rope that I can grasp to free myself is that name, is May. And just hearing she's alive, despite the fact that she could die at any moment right now because she's trapped under rubble, I sprint to action. And I don't sprint towards the windmill. I sprint away. I sprint to the cart holding multiple buckets of water. And I just grab one after the other and continuously run back to douse the flames of what is remaining in the windmill. The entrance kind of flooding with water, not too much as to drown anyone still alive in there, but just enough to douse the flames to make sure that the way out is safe.
As you get all of this, the exit, when you kind of douse it away, you hear like the hissle and the cracks of the fire as it kind of dies around and grows smaller and smaller, and the entrance in is still covered with rubble, but all of that ember and the sparks that are flickering and dusting across this whole entrance is currently come to a snap, and it dies down and the entrance is able to go through, but the fire inside of the building is still roaring. As we move to May. May, I'm going to make this roll in front of everyone. You're going to take fire damage.
I didn't even move.
Still going to take it. I apologize. Back on saving throws. I need you to roll me a saving throw with disadvantage because of the fire now. Just one. What'd you get? Send it to me. What'd you roll? May? Tell them what happens.
I need to know what I can or cannot do.
Okay, let me tell you. Hang on. I'm just double checking. It will do this, okay? It does that. Tell them what happens. They're so intense. They're so in shock. Look at Jasmin.
Listen, I just need to make sure. I just need to make sure. Okay. Can I say what I roll?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think you can fucking guess. More than that time.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm still on 1 HP, basically. Just hearing the water, like hearing you throwing the water buckets to the entrance, is kind of just like giving me that like little push that I need. Knowing that if I take any like fire damage, like currently where I am at, like in the area, that I can, if I just push myself a tiny little bit, I can get to a point of safety of where there is no more fire. And I'm just like, kind of also, I don't want to say I'm yelling, but I just want to let Emmanuel know it's like, I'm still here, basically. Like, as I'm crawling my way out, I'm just trying to like, what is William doing? Is he getting out?
William's gonna make his turn now.
Oh.
So as William sees you kind of fall down to the fire and then like kind of still having that grit to survive, like baring your teeth, kind of still crawling on even though it clearly hurts, he looks at you, notices what's going on, and kind of casts ahead and looks towards. He can see nothing. The black smoke in here is too thick. He can't see that the entrance has been diffused. And he knows he's stuck in here. And he sees your grit, and he sees your determination. And he doesn't equalize it. He kind of looks at it and sees you crawling forward in pain and agony as he just sits down and accepts his fate. And we move to Emmanuel.
I continue to pour all the water that we had collected. I think it was 5 buckets in and around the area to try and do anything to stop the fire, stop the flames. And as I use up the final buckets, I return to the entrance and I just scream her name. May! Please! I need you to... And once again, I break down. I've done all I can, and I'm hoping and praying to my last breath that she is safe.
In your ear, once again, sighs back.
Shit!
And she kind of says in your ear, futile. You thought you could save them? she's going to die like the rest of them, and I'm going to make sure of it. As she disappears once again.
Fuck off! Ooh. Okay. That shit.
May. Next to you is William, accepting his fate. Walking through the valley and the flames of all of this shadow and kind of this smoky area appears a figure. A woman. A blinding woman. Kind of all of this shadowy effects across her arm, kind of cackling demonic energy down her face, all of these red particle effects crimsoning around her body, kind of cackling left and right, doesn't have a humonic shape as her body moves left and right, and she kind of puts her 2 fingers under your head and lifts your head up and goes, "You have such a pretty soul." And then she grabs your head and pushes it down. And she says, "It's a shame. I need him, and I can't have him having what he wants." As she clicks with her fingers, and the room erupts into flames once again.
I'm sorry. I feel a bit responsible.
We move to William. William, kind of watching this, is stunned. He thought his life was over anyway. He's blind to what's going on, and he just kind of starts shivering. He gets the Lockheart thing of the fact that he can't move. In this room that's smeltering hot, he feels a tingle down his spine, and he starts shivering as that fire slowly starts to engulf him from the legs upwards. And William is engulfed in flames. We move to May. May, I'm going to roll this in front of everyone. This is fire damage. Back onto saving throws. I apologize, May. I need you to make 2 for me right now with disadvantage. Both of them. While she's doing that, we can move to Emmanuel.
I, what's the word? Kind of stumble back as the place erupts into flames again. I'm not in an emotional state. I'm not sad, I'm shocked. This isn't coming as a heartbreak. It's coming as a, what the fuck? As I reel back and look at the mess, and Sai is there in front of me and just says, "No more distractions now. I think we're gonna do very good things together. Now that they are finally at rest." And I look at her, and for the first time, I'm pretty pissed at her. I feel this rage that once again kind of I'm used to. I where my emotions feel the most stable, because I felt this rage for so long, this seeking vengeance, but it's this weird mix of the amount that I owe to this person in front of me is astronomical, and there is no way in this state that I can do anything. And in a really futile attempt, it is not bravery. But it's also not like begging either. I just stand tall and raise my rapier to my wrist and say, I will kill myself if you do not let her live. You need me. I'm not stupid. I know you like toying with me, but you still need me. That is why I'm here. Because you could have saved me when I went through the experiment. I know you were there. But instead, you drove me here. And I don't know why, but I know that you need something here. And I will not let you have it unless you save her. Just her. And I hope.
I'm gonna do something. She looks at you in the eyes, dead on. Says, why don't I help you? What's to make you think that I need you specifically? Do it. I'm waiting. Do it. She kind of takes hold of your hand and moves it up to your neck. You feel the brazier of it kind of hovering of it, and you feel sort of like little slits starting to cut and blood drops falling from it. She goes, I don't think you will. Do it. What's to make you think I won't go inside and take William or some other wretched soul in this whole place? You could kill yourself and I could take May. You don't win here.
Jake. I will not let you curse her the way you have cursed me. If my life saves that fate, then no, I will not do it.
She grabs the rapier and starts to push it a little. You feel a little bit of a longer slit start to go. It goes from the nape of your neck all the way to your trachea. You feel blood start to seep out and it's painful. This is kind of a demonic pain. This isn't something that can be healed. This is necrotic. So that damage and bleeding can never be stopped. And she goes, finish the job. She dies, or you kill yourself, and I go take the one person I'm here in Druskenwald that I need you for. And she tells you a secret. He's here. So you kill yourself, you never get to see him.
And
Eva, Emmanuel, and she goes up to you and tightens your tie and makes it so it starts choking you, so more blood is going away from your neck. Your son is here. Make the decision. She dies, you see him, or you die, and I take him.
you touch him. That is all I can say. Fine. Have me. I will continue to be your loyal servant. I fall. That was my only bargaining. It has failed, and I understand that. And
She turns towards you, grabs your rapier and puts it down to your side, and she goes, I knew you'd come to this conclusion. Now, Emmanuel, you have upset me today. I'm not mad of sorts. Well, I'm a little angry, and she kind of flicks her hair back a little, but mainly I'm just confused you would betray me like this. I mean, your son is... I've just given you information. He's in this realm. He's here in Druskenwald. And you want to see him, of course. And then she puts the rapier into your hand, and with one click of her fingers, a sweep, the rubble is gone from the door. The flames are doused, and there's nothing in that room anymore. You see the dead bodies of many people, Malcolm, and then you see Thorne as well in the room, and you see, lastly, Maya's crawling, agonizing pain, William shaking back and forth. She gives you the rapier. She says, go finish the job yourself, or your son is done. And with one click, She goes behind you and watches you, and you feel your body going forward with kind of a pressure. Either kill her and your son lives, or your son becomes what you are for me. And you die.
I thought this couldn't get more intense than Thorne's death. I was severely wrong. I need some water, hang on. Stay hydrated, kids.
Edina, are you okay? Yeah.
This is on him, by the way. This is on him, by the way. This isn't me. A approach slowly and I look her in the eyes and I just say, I'm so sorry. If I could undo all of this, I would. But all I can do is hope that there is some sort of light at the end of the tunnel. And I slit my throat and kill myself.
Oh my fucking god.
You think you're full of surprises, bitch?
No, I knew you were gonna do that. I had a way for both of them. Sai watching you do this goes, what a disappointment. She goes up to your body, takes the rapier out of your hand, licks it, gets all the blood off it, kind of sheaths it into her pocket and grabs you by the hair. You are bleeding out right now, your neck gushing, not fully dead, and she holds you above May. She goes, you not dying, his decisions caused this. And she grabs you by the head, lifts you up with her strength, your feet dangling off the floor. You can't touch it. William equally watching this, deadpan in the eye. She grabs your own rapier, and you see Edina right in front of you. The name Emmanuel Lockhart has now been written in letters on his rapier from where people have been his targets. This is a thing you've now learned about him. She was controlling him and making him kill targets of her picking, and his name has now been written in blood across it, and she holds him and gets this rapier from the nape of the neck and completely decapitates Emmanuel, his head hitting the floor with a thud, this squelching sound of it hitting the floor, and rolls right in front of your face, May, staring you deadpan in the eyes, and body slumping, hitting the floor from where she drops it, and she goes, ta-ta. The flames douse, and she instantly disappears. And that is where we will leave tonight.
I'm gonna miss Emmanuel. Really am.
Me too.
He got complimented like a lot at the beginning of.
Right, so how many people did we have die this episode? We almost had a TPK. The only one living is May. Well, she still might die.
Yep.
I'm gonna put that out there. She's on death saving throws. There is a possibility that May dies as well. And then we have a whole TPK.
That's why we have
That would
backups, right?
suck.
That's why you have backups. And all I can say to you guys is welcome to the Crooked Moon.